Dear Mr. Gilfillan, dear Mr. Frank Horch, dear Mr. Meyer, ladies and gentlemen. As the largest German seaport, Hamburg is often referred to in Germany as our gateport to the world. It gives us great pleasure to open this gateway to the world for you, and we're delighted to be hosting the managerial elite from the major ports around the globe. Hamburg is the largest and most important German port and the second largest container port in Europe. Each year around 10,000 ships call at the port of Hamburg, and Hamburg handles roughly 2/3 of all containers transshipped at German seaports. In terms of quantity, around 11.5% of all German external trade and around 1/4 of the seaborne trade is handled by the port of Hamburg. Hamburg is a hub with the densest and highest capacity feeder and distribution network in Northern Europe. With more than 160 ships calling every week, it is the most important feeder port for the entire Baltic Sea region. These figures illustrate why the federal government is always keen to follow developments of the port of Hamburg. Ports perform a key function for the entire German economy. There are high-tech locations offering attractive jobs. There are indispensable nodal points in international trade and drivers of economic growth. The jobs associated with the ports industry ensure purchasing power and prosperity, not only in the port cities themselves, but also along the entire value chain. All of German benefits from the ports, with a large number of complementary industrial and service sectors located in all regions and branches of the economy. That is why ports policy is of such great importance for the federal government. Germany's ports are among the most modern and productive in the world and perform outstandingly in international competition. In order to further enhance the competitiveness of our ports, we joined forces with the federal states and ports industry and in 2009 developed a national port strategy as part of our long-term transport and economic strategy. The port strategy contains a total of 33 projects with over 120 individual measures in the following 5 areas: investment policy, regulatory policy, labor market and education policy, environmental protection and climate change mitigation, and security policy. The national port strategy has been a resounding success. One of the reasons for this is that it has been jointly sponsored and implemented by the federal government, federal states, and port industry. However, the port sector has changed profoundly since 2009. New challenges have arisen, for instance, in the fields of climate change and environmental protection, offshore wind energy, the installation of a network of LNG refueling points, and the interlinking of logistics changed by means of information technology. We will therefore involve the national port strategy, continuing our close consultation with the federal states, trade associations and unions, as has been successful in the past. By doing so, we want to enable ports to meet the economy and logistical challenges of the future, to further enhance the competitiveness of seaports and inland ports, and to make a contribution towards tackling climate change and protecting the environment. We will present the new national port strategy before the end of this year, and it will be translated into English for all you to read. In Germany, we have one of the best developed transport networks in Europe. One of the priorities of the federal government's transport policy is to safeguard the quality of its existing rail, road, and waterway networks, and, when necessary, to remove bottlenecks by constructing new or upgrading existing infrastructure. This includes deepening the lower and outer Elbe as soon as the European Court of Justice has given its consent, and we have no doubt that it will do so. The Kiel Canal also plays a major role for the competitiveness of the port of Hamburg. We have started to construct a new large block at Brunsbüttel and to upgrade the canal to enable new meet feature challenges. Forecasts predict that the volume of cargo handled by German seaports will grow up by 2.5% annually over the period to 2030. In view of this, we will further upgrade the inland connections to and from the Port of Hamburg. Over the period to 2017, the federal government will provide 8 billion euros for transport infrastructure on top of the existing budget. But from 2016 up to 2018, we will reach capital expenditure of around 15 billion euros per year. This figure is over 4 billion euros per annum, more than we have hitherto invested in transport infrastructure. Notwithstanding this substantial increase in the transport invest budget, we have to take care, even more than in the past, to ensure that the limited public resources are spent in a properly targeted manner. The focus is on the structural maintenance and modernization of the existing networks. Around 2/3 of the funds for the structural maintenance, upgrading and construction of transport infrastructure are invested in the structural maintenance of the existing network. Traffic management measures the greater development of information and communications technologies, the exploitation of time windows that have not been very popular in the past, logistical optimization by avoiding empty running for consolidating transport operations have to accompany this upgrading. However, they cannot replace it. We are proud to the fact that the important World Ports Conference is once again being held in Hamburg, 30 years after the first time. The International Association of Port and Harbors is the international association representing more than 200 ports from 90 nations. However, it is not possible to grasp just how important the association is unless one realizes that its member ports handle around 60% of the all seaborne trade and account for almost 80% of all container transshipments worldwide. We have seen it in the back. The impetus provided of this conference will have an impact on the entire maritime sector around the globe. As an exporting and seafaring nation, we thus attach especially great importance to this conference. The topics to be discussed over the next few days: smart ports, transformations in the global economy, mega carriers, environmental protection, and cruise shipping concern key issues that will determine the future of our ports and thus of the entire German economy. We therefore hope that the World Ports Conference will deliver a major impetus and provide answers to the question as to how we can tackle the future challenges in the logistic sector. As a Federal Ministry of Transportation and Digital Infrastructure, we are watching with great interest at the Port of Hamburg evolves into a smart port. With its Syntrack strategy, smart port logistics and smart port energy, the Port of Hamburg will attain this objective, namely to achieve sustained economic growth and optimum benefit for its customers while minimizing the environmental impact. Over the next few days, you will have an opportunity to see an outstanding project that seeks to achieve intelligent logistic solutions for the flow of traffic and goods to the Port of Hamburg with both an economy and ecological point of view. Smart Ports Energy will advance the use of renewable energy to the Port of Hamburg. Smart Ports Energy is designed to reduce the dependence on conventionally generated energy while simultaneously cutting emissions. This project will change the face of logistics in Germany, way beyond the boundaries for the Port of Hamburg, and it underscores the role played by Hamburg as Germany's most modern port. I hope you have a successful and interesting conference and a nice day in Hamburg. Thank you.